Every year they rise, thousands of glowing lanterns, floating toward the stars like golden fireflies. Each one carries a whisper, a wish, some for love, some for healing, some just to be remembered. Most drift into the night, never seen again. But the forgotten ones, the lanterns that flicker out too soon or fall before they soar, they are not lost, they are collected. By a fox with fur like ash and eyes like candlelight, the quiet keeper of forgotten dreams. No one knows the fox's name. No one has ever caught more than a glimpse, a blur at the edge of the trees, a silver paw print in the snow. But every year after the Lantern Night Festival, the fox appears. It waits until the world is asleep, then follows the trails of broken light. It noses through reeds and rooftops, under bridges, and beside sleeping fields. And when it finds a fallen lantern, it listens, not with ears, but with heart. Because every lantern holds a voice, and every voice deserves a second chance. One night, the fox finds a lantern tangled in ivy beneath a rusted swing. The wish inside is barely audible. I wish I hadn't given up. It smells of rosin and quiet tears. The memory of a girl who once played violin beneath the stars, but now works in silence behind office walls. The fox carries the lantern to her windowsill. The woman stirs, drawn by the faint music now humming from the glass. She opens the window, and for the first time in years, picks up the dusty violin beneath her bed. The notes return, trembling, but true. Another lantern falls beside a riverbank. Its light is dim but steady. The wish is simple. I hope you know I'm sorry. It belonged to a man who left home too long ago, angry, afraid, ashamed. He never returned. The fox finds his old address, slips the lantern into the mailbox, and disappears. Days later, the man arrives at his childhood home uncertain. His mother opens the door. No words are needed. The lantern now glows between them, warm as forgiveness. One lantern shudders in the rain, nearly broken. Inside is a crumpled drawing, a spaceship, a dinosaur, and a castle with the words, "When I grow up." It belonged to a boy who dreamed of being everything. Now grown, he's buried under deadlines and debt, convinced those dreams were foolish. The fox places the lantern in the man's backpack during his morning commute. That night, at the bottom of the bag, the man finds the drawing. He laughs. Then he cries. Then he calls his sister and says, "Remember our treehouse plans?" And suddenly, they begin again. At the edge of the lake, a little girl waits each lantern night. Her wish is the same. I wish someone would stay. Her parents argue more than they speak. Her friends moved away. She thinks no one hears her wish. But this year, the fox curls beside her on the dock, tail tucked around her toes. It doesn't speak, only listens. And she smiles. The next morning, her parents wake up early. They don't know why, but they walk to the lake together. And when they see her sleeping there, hand on the fox's fur, they remember what matters. Not every lantern belongs to a human. One night, the fox finds a lantern that glows with a strange softness, familiar. Inside is a single line, "I wish I had someone to share the sky with." It's the fox's own wish, cast long ago when it first saw the lanterns rise. That night, as it lies on a hill watching the sky fill with light, a small hand reaches out beside it. the girl from the lake. She sits silently, holding a paper lantern she made herself, and offers it to the fox. Together, they watch it rise. Word spreads, though no one quite knows how. People begin leaving lanterns not just for wishes, but for healing. A mother leaves one for the daughter she never understood. A teacher leaves one for the student who stopped showing up. Even skeptics start to hope again. The fox continues its quiet work, collecting, delivering, guiding. And slowly the town begins to feel lighter, brighter, not just during lantern night, but every day after. Some wishes are shouted from mountaintops. Others are whispered into pillows or written in the margin of old notebooks. Some fade before they fly. Some are forgotten before they're spoken. But every wish, even the lost ones, carries a spark. And when someone believes in them again, that spark becomes a light. The fox taught us that redemption doesn't come from grand gestures. It comes from small magic, from listening, from delivering, from never giving up on someone's dream. So next lantern night, when you see the sky fill with gold, look a little closer. You might just catch a glimpse of silver fur, and know that no wish is ever truly lost.